Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. Happy Easter everyone, happy spring, happy Passover, happy everything. The temperatures are warming up here in New York City and the birds are chirping outside. Definitely seeing some new flowers blooming, and tomorrow we're supposed to get snow, so. Okay, this Sunday, as in the next coming Sundays, we are going to be discussing the book Running, a Love Story by Jen A. Miller. So as I said before, if you watched my blog last week, on Sundays I'm going to use this as a little book club time, finding new inspirational running authors that can give me a little boost, a little something extra, a little spark of inspiration to get me through these spring training miles as I make my journey to the New York City Marathon in November. So I started with Jen A. Miller's book, Running, a Love Story. I didn't know anything about her. Found this one. I am a sucker for good advertising and beautiful book covers, and I thought that this one had such a beautiful book cover, and it was, again, nice and short, a good one to start this book club off with. But I really just kind of loved it, so I thought, you know what, it's speaking to me, so this will be the first one. And so far I have not been disappointed. So because some of you might not have got the book yet, or you're still thinking about it, or you might just be watching this episode for the first time and found out that I had started a book club for athletes and runners and people who love fitness and all kinds of fun things. So I don't want to give too many spoilers away in the first 3 chapters, so I'm going to keep it as spoiler free as possible, but definitely we will discuss things down below in the comments section. Okay, so I am, when I read any book, I love to keep a highlighter close because I'll find inspirational quotes or things that really speak to me, and I want to highlight them so I can go back and look at them later, or again, have this list of inspirational things to help me get through some of the hard times in my life, or in this case, the hard moments in my training. And definitely in the first 3 chapters of this book, I found some very, very inspirational moments. The thing I love, the thing I want to say I first took away from these first 3 chapters, actually the first chapter in general, the first couple of pages really, is that she definitely, there's no pretense with this woman. She is going to tell it like it is, for better or for worse, like it or hate it. She's going to be upfront and honest with her childhood, with her background and how she got into running, why she got into running. It's not so much in the way you might think. I know that for me, that spoke to me because she mentions fluctuating with eating disorders when she was younger, and I too suffered from that, and so that portion of it really spoke to me. And I am a new runner. I only started running about 2.5, 3 years ago. I did run in high school. I ran competitively and did track and field, but I was a short distance runner. Long distance, anything past a mile was long distance to me, and so I didn't become a distance runner until about 3 years ago. And so when she talks about not coming into running until later in life, I totally relate to that as well. Okay, so I thought I bookmarked and got my highlighter out and thought I would just read a couple things that to me really spoke to me. There is a page on page 75. Turn to page 75 in your hymnals. So on page 75, she is quoting from Catherine Jefferts Scory. I think I'm pronouncing that right, probably not, who is the 26th presiding bishop of the Episcopal Church and a sub 4-hour marathoner. That's amazing. And she said that runners begin to understand the blessings that come with putting the body to work and emptying the mind. She was referring to prayer, but I had stopped going to church in college. Those long runs were the closest I came to going back. Now, this spoke to me because I get very busy here in New York City and I don't always make it to church, and sometimes I need a little church in my life. I really find, and this is being totally honest with you guys, is that for me and my spirituality and my relationship to God, we're getting real personal here, is my connection with nature and being outside and going for those runs. And I really do have that moment of communion with God when I am out on my runs. So to me, my runs are my church and my time for prayer and meditation, and so that part of it really stuck with me. If that's something that also sticks with you, definitely comment in the comment section below. There's no right or wrong answers to any of these questions that I might ask you today. There's also no right or wrong opinions. You know, you may feel like running to you is just something for physical fitness and activity, and that's also how it is for me too, so I think that's awesome. Or you may be like me and Jen and have a little bit more of a maybe a spiritualness to your running. Whatever it is all welcome. Also, something that I just want to bring up in the first 3 chapters is this section on page 78. She says, running became a way for me to take back part of myself, even when I was the one who let others take advantage of me so quickly. I was ashamed that I let Stephen do that to me and that I had whittled myself down to a matchstick in hopes of changing his mind. The more miles I ran, the stronger I felt, and though not recovered, at least I made it a point to where I could look for the new road ahead. And that is definitely something that I can relate to. I mention all the time that running has really saved my life, and it really has, and maybe it has saved yours in a way too. I know in my very chaotic state and my busy life and things that seem so out of control sometimes, running has given me a little bit more of my power back. It has made me feel stronger than I have ever felt. It's made me start to appreciate and love my body in a way that has taken me years and years and years and years to try to get a hold on. And so I really do believe that in this stage of my life, running has really saved it. And I believe that is the direction in which she is going in this book. And just by the first 3 chapters and what she has said and brought up and mentioned, I think that running probably has saved hers as well in some capacity. So I personally am loving it right now. Who knows? I may get through the next 3 chapters and be like, I'm not really enjoying it as much as I used to. Or I may say, oh, it's so fantastic, I can't wait to read the rest of it. You know how books are, the ebb and flow. So let me know what you think. What has inspired you to get out there, to get healthy, be a runner, put in the miles? What has motivated you? Let me know, what got you into running in the first place? I would love to know. I would love to start those conversations down below. You guys are such amazing rock stars, and whatever got you here, I applaud. Whatever that might be, and I continue to cheer you on in your journey. So I will see you back here on this channel tomorrow. Until then, happy running, happy miles, and keep kicking butt, unicorns. Peace.